what's going on, people? Welcome to the gun shop. And we keep hearing all these rumors, and then they keep on getting squashed by Sony. But yet again, here we are, another rumor about the PlayStation 4 coming out. This time, they're saying it's coming out in 2012. I've also heard that, Xbox is coming out in 2012, and it's going to be revealed in E3. Now, you know what? All aside, if we put the companies aside, say, whatever Sony's saying, whatever Microsoft is saying, whatever the developers are saying, the fact that Wii U, their next generation console, is coming out in 2012 may very well precipitate something like a PS4 coming out and a new Xbox console coming out in 2012. Those companies, it's a very competitive market, and nobody wants to lose it. And you got a company like Nintendo that's saying, hey, look, we've upped the bar or whatever. Look at the new technology. Look what we're doing. We're going to try and capture that market because they're using old. And Sony's like, oh, we're just hitting our stride, blah, blah, blah. We got a 10-year turnaround. It's business. Whatever they say 10-year, I mean, you know what? 10-year, all they're saying is that they're going to give support for that system for 10 years. The PlayStation 3, I believe, came out, what is it, 6 or 7 years? 6 or 7 years after the PlayStation 2, I think, around there, or the same thing with Xbox. And it doesn't mean that the next console is coming out in 10 years. It just means that they support the console for 10 years. And then they say, okay, well, we're not making any more games. But that wasn't the case with the PS2, which is the best-selling console of all time. I think 180 some odd million units or something like that. So, I mean, you're going to get that support. Does not mean by any means that they're not going to put another console out. You know what I mean? They dance with a lot of these words, and we all get like, you know what, at the end we're all kind of like spinning around going, I really don't know what's going on. Apparently it's coming out, it's not coming out. Apparently that guy's making something. Apparently he's not making something. It was a leak. No, we don't have it. So who knows? All I know is that the Wii U is coming out, and there's a good possibility that if the PS4 and the next Xbox console isn't coming out in 2012, it's going to be coming out real soon. It's not coming out as the 10-year. That's just for game software development. Don't even worry about that, and they'll do their updates and stuff like that. It does not mean that you will not see a console before 10 years. Now, that being said, they said that the new PS4, apparently based on this, was a Taiwan company, it's a Taiwanese, I don't know if that's how you even say Taiwanese, whatever, Japanese, Chinese, I'm assuming it's Taiwanese, although it's Korean. Anyway, let's not go on to what we call people. In Taiwan, apparently they're making the PS4, they said they're making components, same companies or manufacturing facilities which I think were owned by Sony or created by Sony and owned by them, development of the PS3, they're making a PS4 and they're integrating Kinect-like motion control. So what, a separate sort of device of the Xbox 360, like an addition, a peripheral piece of hardware, is actually going to be integrated part of the system in PS3. Now, or PS4 rather. Now I know they said, oh well, we're not concerned about Kinect technology and we're not concerned about the Wii U, but maybe if you think about it this way, you gotta take everything that they're saying. But in the response, maybe they're not worried because they've already integrated it and they're already working on it in the PS4, like this company is saying. They're like, oh, well, we're not worried about the Kinect. Why? Because they have it built into the actual hardware itself, and if it's tied into the processing and everything like that, maybe it's going to be more powerful and more accurate. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they're not worried about it. They're like, oh, whatever, technology, whatever. We're not worried about the Wii U because we're coming out with the PS4 the same year. You see what I mean? When they say these things, you gotta look back and say, okay, well, how are they responding? Are they outright coming out and saying, we are not putting out a PS4 in 2012? If they make that statement clear and concise, then yes, I'd say, okay, well, if they said it, chances are they're not going to do it. But a lot of times when they respond to things, it's like they dance around issues, and it leaves us all confused. All I know is the Wii U's coming out, and the PS4 and the next Xbox console have got to be coming out pretty soon. Sooner rather than later, and whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. And remember, the 10-year cycle has nothing to do with hardware, it's software development, it's support for that unit. They're not going to wait till the end of the 10 years before they put out, another PS4 or whatever it is. So motion-based, is this something that you want? I find it a little bit gimmicky, and I don't want to be jumping around like, oh, I'm a bird, I'm flying in this game, oh, I'm really tired, and then in the end you're like, yeah, I'm flying around. I just want the controller. Let me be lazy. Let me be the lazy gamer, sitting around playing these games. You know what I mean? I don't want to be jumping around all over the place. That's great. Maybe I'll do that for my kids. You know what I mean? Tire them out so they can go to bed early. Give me back my PS3. Anyway, that's it. Leave your comments below, rate the video, and remember, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe for more news.